All right, we're back with episode 21 with this Oakland A's series. We're coming off of a World Series loss, but we are we're looking forward to the future. We still have a low payroll. We have some things that we need to figure out for that, but let's get to it. It's already February, as you can see, so we have some big changes to look at from November to now. Let's see. Let's start. Theo Epstein left. We hired a new assistant GM, and we executed the option year for Sung Ho Lee. So he's back on for 6.4 mil, and then he's gonna hit arbitration. It's gonna be auto renewed, so we have to decide whether we want him next year or trade him, but it will auto renew at a certain date, which I think is when free agents file. So we can always release him and not have to pay it. Then we made our first big trade of the offseason. We traded Brian Ramos to the Guardians with Samuel Zavala and Brian Polanco, a 23-year-old starter. Doesn't seem that special. The stuff is low. Tommy Lamb, a 27-year-old starter. Pretty good stuff. Neza, just a lot of filler minor league guys, so don't think they're ever going to make it. Amaral, Nico Salta Formaggio. These guys, I just don't think they're ever going to be good in the majors. Same with Pendleton, decent catcher ability, but low strikeout, low avoid Ks at the plate. Don't see much with him. Drilling, same with him, 25 years old. If anything, he'd just be a platoon guy for a little bit. He doesn't play any defense. Um, Christian Rodriguez, same with him, 27, hasn't done much. But we are getting 18-year-old Jeff Proctor, who was their first round pick, 31st overall in 2028. He's 18. Um, Shortstop, 65 infield range, probably, top 30 prospect at least, I'd say, for sure, just in my opinion. But I am not the game. I'm not the Fangraphs, Keith Law or those guys, Longenhagens of OOTP. But we also got Chase DeLauter, who we ended up flipping to the Yankees. We'll talk about that later. Um, and then Arjun Namala, who is fragile, but he has good shortstop defense, pretty good defender, and a promising bat. We'll see what he can do. He's kind of like Arias. But the big winner, the big thing in the trade, we got Jaden Hill, who is going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Same with Brian Ramos, I think. Let's see. Yeah, same with Brian Ramos. But we got Jaden Hill, who is going to be making 10.4 million, and he's going to be in our starting rotation. He was pretty good last year, 4-4 fit, but we really like his stuff. If he can't make in the rotation, he'll be in the bullpen as probably the closer or setup guy. So that's a win for us. And Nathan Detmer, who can definitely start. He probably a fourth or fifth starter on any other team, but ours. We really have 7 or 8 real starters who can start for us, but we have him just in case someone gets hurt. And David Uribe, low movement, great fastball reliever. See if he can work out, high work ethic, and 15 million in cash. So that covers the Jaden Hill and the DeLauter contract. But then we flipped DeLauter. Um, we flipped DeLauter, and this guy Ronaldo SAA, 24-year-old, and Aaron Sabato was looking promising, but 29, to the Yankees, along with Cleat Hartzog, who is going to be more of a reliever at this point for me, 27, lefty, I mean the righty, to the Yankees for Oswald Peraza, who was set to make, I want to say, about 9 million in arbitration, and we got Jason Dominguez. So this was the big get. We got Jason Dominguez, 26 years old, free agent after 2 more seasons, making 7.2 million. The Yankees gave us 4 million in cash, so that covers that. Um, he is fragile, so we don't expect much from him. That's why we get the depth that we have, so we don't have to deal with the injuries. And what else? We I let Cruz and Green go because they're messing with my they're going to be free agents anyway, but they're messing with my extension money and my 40 man, so I just let them go. Riley Green signed with the Yankees for 92 million. Good for him. Cruz went to the Rockies, which I feel is disrespectful after they beat us in the World Series, but he signed a $95 million deal to replace Arenado. Um, Good for him. Uh, didn't make any other moves other than they traded for a starter. Yeah. All right, Gotti. Yeah. So that's a good move for the Rockies. They won the World Series and they're just getting better. What else happened? We traded Peraza then and a 26-year-old outfield prospect, Cassiani, and Freddie Bravedes, 24-year-old. Not much to do, but he could be something decent. Just has a lot of pitches, 4 pitches, good stamina. Might be giving up a future major league guy, but he's already 24. To the Dodgers for Chavez Fernander, who I immediately did not offer anything to because he was on pace to make like 9 million arbitration, or no, in the auto renew. So we let him go. He signed with the Jays, and we got Jacob Reimer, who looks like kind of replacement for Ramos, but more like the same as Fentner, not Fentner, Palmagiani, who we also let go this winter, and Jet Williams, 25-year-old utility guy. He's hurt right now. Great base runner, but just kind of a bench depth for us, and 1 million in cash. Um, so that's where we're sitting. We offered everyone arbitration. Cruz and Green were claimed off waivers and immediately signed with another team. We traded Palmagiani and Alexis Laura, to the Mariners and Alfarado, to the Mariners for Derek Hall, who was set to make like 6 million in arbitration. We just didn't offer him a contract. And then Kai Caranto, decent second base guy, 24. Just we have a million second base options, but it's okay. And 1 million in cash. So we got rid of Palmagiani. Um, Still high work ethic, but he's 29 already. Don't expect much from him. We have Perkins still for 2 more years. Tried to offer him a 2 year, like $40 million extension, but he declined. Have to make a decision on him after this year, whether we're going to trade him or just go for another year with like a $25 million deal. But we released Freddie Tarnick. He did so well for us. Uh, but his time came to an end. 7.7 WAR. We'll take it for 4 seasons. He was one of those guys who got the big TCR boost, so we appreciate it. JT Ginn's back. Pretty much brought everybody back that you can think of. December. Signed Taylor Rogers back on a $15 million 1 year deal. Look at this stuff. He's just been phenomenal. 18.4 WAR in his career. 38 years old, still kicking. Uh, we signed this guy, Young Ko from South Korea. He's 37, but he's out for 4 months. We signed him to a 2 year deal at minimum with a team option. So we immediately put him on the 60-day DL, and then we're going to see what he does. But it was for nothing, so who cares? But we did trade Jared Dickey. So we traded Jared Dickey, making like 1.7 mil. Joe Whitman, um, guy we got from Colorado in a trade, I think. No, the Marlins. Yeah, we got him with Feltner. Okay. Traded Whitman, Dickey, Gustavo Lamar was a 20-year-old prospect. Could be something. To the Padres for Brandon Winokur, who has decent personality, 24, still young, decent bat profile, low avoid Ks, which I don't like, but he could play at third, first, pretty much corner outfield. Just kind of a filler guy, being AAA. And Chris Stainbrook, 18-year-old, was a 15-round pick in 2028. So we just took a flyer on him, low personality, but needed to get rid of an outfielder, and we did that with Dickey. Um, Derek Curiel was lost in the Rule 5. Boyson was lost in the Rule 5. We'll see if we get any of those guys back. Um, Boyson kind of built uh, a record for himself. He got some TSR with his power, but that's about it. Let's see, November, December. Yeah, Poison right here. 65 power, could play short, third. So he looks like a guy. He had a 113 WRC plus last year in Vegas for us, 26. We also traded Mason Montgomery to the Twins along with Elvis Rijo. A lot of these guys are just kind of old prospects at this point who are going to be, they were going to be sent out anyway. Um, to the Twins, and we got Tony Blanco Jr., 23-year-old, high high home run, high discipline, kind of like Montez, the guy that we originally traded to the White Sox. Very similar to him, bat profile. It was the one we traded for in the Ramos deal. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, was it the Ramos deal? No, it wasn't. Hold on. Lazaro. It was the Jays deal. Yeah, he kind of has a similar bat profile. He's already up with the Jays, so good for him. Not already, he's 24, but still. All right, back to the trade. We got Tony Blanco Jr., 23-year-old, going to be at AAA. High discipline, can't run, can field a little bit in the corner outfield and first, but probably going to DH. Um, and we got Deshaun Brentley, 19-year-old, same thing, probably a DH, but just kind of a guy to fill in the minors. He was a signing bonus guy from the ninth round of the 2028 draft. So just building some depth there. Another a big trade here, probably the biggest trade. We traded Gabriel Rodriguez to the Giants along with our top catching prospect, our second number two catching prospect, Juan Contreras, 21-year-old. Look at this bat profile, incredible. Not a good catcher, probably gonna move to first. But we got back Angel Macuria. Macuria. But look at these ratings. And he's been incredible. And they've had him go like 100 plus pitches. We're gonna have him go 80 pitches, and he might have like a sub 2 ERA with our pitch count. But he's set to make 13.7. We're paying that. We're taking a flyer. We need the Perkins and Macure. Angel Macure? How do you say that? Angel Macure. Whatever. Okay. It's a video game. Um, so yeah, those are the big trades of the season. Don't think there's any more. Let's see. December. No more trades here. January. Nothing. Oh, we signed Nicky Lopez Jose Siri to minor league deals. We claimed Ronan Kopp. Put him in AAA, I think. Yep. Purchased a contract of some guys from Vegas. Put them on the spring training roster. But right now we have a six-man rotation with Jack Perkins, our number one. We have McCure, number two. Noble Meyer, number three. Matt Rowe, number four. Ekstrom, five, and then Jaden Hill, six. So we're rocking. We're rocking right now. We have Abel Poser, Baumeister full time in the bullpen, even though he doesn't like it. Ginn, Rogers, Mako, Cop, Leo, Holman, and Hartman. Lee tomorrow. So pretty good pitching staff. And our lineup: Bailey, Kiro. We're probably gonna bring up Navarro here too. Maybe Navarro gets the call this year and kind of goes every other game with Bailey. We'll see. He's 24. He's ready to play. 75 catcher ability. Um, Burke, I don't think is going to play first for us. It's going to be Kiro or Dominguez or somebody that can play first. So, but let's see. I'll kind of mess with this lineup a little bit, but we have a lot of outfielders, a lot of pieces to put in, um, a lot of different things we can do. I mean, I think we could just go. Let's see. Uh, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I'll be back when spring training is over and opening day hits. But this is our roster as of right now. All right, we're back and we are through spring training. We're at opening day against the Seattle Mariners. We'll do a quick recap. We are projected to go 86 and 76, giving up the fewest runs in baseball. It looks like, let's see. So we're projected to give up only 604 runs. That looks like it is gonna supposed to lead the majors, so that's great. I mean, look at our rotation. We have six studs: Perkins, McQuarrie, Makira. I'm gonna get his name right. Hold on. They'll put Meyer, Matt Rowe, Ekstrom, Hill, and then we kept Abel, Lee, Baumeister, Tamraz, Ginn, Kopp. We got off waivers and Taylor Rogers. We ended up sending down kind of Salinas, Leo, all these guys. A couple of guys who got some boosts in the last update. Noah Franco, 2025 third round pick. He's looking like he's going to be in the majors this next year. Was comparing him, and he can actually play first base too. With his infield stuff, he had like a 70 rating at first because of his height. He's 6'4". Um, just if you want to do that, by the way, you can go here, compare players' defensive ratings, and then you can see what he could be at first, 70. So that's pretty interesting. All right, Noah Franco, and then Greg Pace almost made the roster. He was playing well, low work ethic, but 24 years old, hit 734 in spring training. Jose Siri didn't play in spring. Durden as well. Let's get a scouting report on him. Um, let's see. Jet Williams wasn't good. He's gonna start in AAA. He's mad, but it's okay. Nick Lopez, Arias, um, didn't do that well. He's gonna start in AAA. Monteo Gray got a big boost. Look at his scouting. Yeah, he got some big boosts. Um, he'll be in AAA, but he's going right from rookie ball and high A to AAA. Low work ethic, but it doesn't seem like it. Um, he's pretty much capped out at his ratings, so we're gonna have him work at AAA. Muratis, same thing, capped out, and his pitching actually looks pretty good. So he'll be a two-way guy at AAA. See if he can make it. Um, Hartman also looks like, look at this, his stuff when it comes to pitching just skyrocketed a little bit. It seems like the last couple of years, his current potential, it was always sitting kind of 10, 15 below. Now it's pretty much maxed out pitching wise. 55 stamina, pretty good peripherals, high work ethic. He might be up this year as a two-way guy. So excited about him. If anyone gets hurt, maybe he comes up and DHs as well. So pretty cool. Blake Burke still going to be in AAA. We ended up carrying three catchers. Uh, Look at this lineup. We're going Bailey, Navarro, and Kiro. Who Kiro's going to be our DH, but we're going to have Bailey and Navarro go every second game because Navarro is ready and he wants to be a bench player. That's cool. Looks like it just changed. He recently only wanted to be a starter. Um, but I think hitting opening day, it resets a lot of things. Like we're projected to win 86. When we hit spring training, we were projected to win 76. So, Puason was returned. So sent him back down to AAA. He was a Rule 5 pick. We're going to carry Ahuna as well as our bench infielder. We're going to have Grehovich play first. Him and Reimer go every other day. Kiro, Feltner, and then Feltner. Let's go scouting report real quick. See if he's changed. Then we're gonna go Kiro and Feltner every second game against righties. So see how that goes. We're benching Spec and yeah, benching Spec against lefties. We're gonna have Dominguez and Piera play against lefties. Dominguez hitting second. Yeah, you see it. So feeling pretty good about this lineup. Hopefully we, aiming for like top six in runs scored in the AL and first or second in runs against. So let's uh let's take a look at the league too. Um, Not sure how to check all the teams, but we can just go by every team that we play. Marlins, Emerson is up. Reynolds, they signed Reynolds to a big deal. Let's just go preseason rankings. So Blue Jays are supposed to win the AL East. Dawson Brown, Bichette, DeLong, Guerrero, Diggs, Fryer, Harris. Not much different. They have Waldachuk now. They signed two-year deal. Old friend. The Rays, Missner. Interesting. Susak still there. Gonna have some decent numbers. All right, the Orioles, Westberg, Stowers, Kalas. McCarthy is DHing with Rutschman at catcher. Okay. Guardians, they have Max Clark now, who was their 34th overall pick. He came up last year with pretty good 3 WAR. Now they have Brian Ramos, who we traded for them. They haven't signed to an extension. Andres Jimenez. Steve Kwan is still there. He's on his last year of his deal. And they have these two really good pitchers too. Kiefer Lord, who was a third round pick in 23. Look at that stuff. And then Javier Tovar. They have a top two that is incredible. And then Shane Bieber, Brady Garcia, who looks pretty good too. And Dustin May. So the Guardians look pretty good. Their starting rotation. Now let's just get started with the opening day at Seattle. Add this guy to the roster, see if we need anybody else. Opening day in Seattle. And we'll get started. Matt Brash is going, who signed a long-term extension with them, 19 million for 6 years. They have Edie Cap. Let's see. It's kind of awkward right here. But he was with them last year, had almost 3 WAR. Playing third base. Kelnick is still there. Clase is still there, had another good year. Kisiara ended up having 3 WAR season, playing first, 44 home runs. Not the best WRC plus with his low BABIP at 258, but he'll probably be better this year. Vredenberg, first base, hasn't really done much. See what he can do. Chris Bryant, newly signed, just a $2 million deal. So they're being a little cheap, but that's okay. Cole Young, I think Julio Rodriguez is hurt. Um, he's got to be hurt, right? Check it. Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, he's hurt. He's out for 4 weeks. Makes sense. All right, let's play opening day, and then we'll get on with the rest of the season. We got Spec, who we're expecting a big year out of him. Going to be running a lot, has 65 power. He's fragile, but we have a bunch of depth. Jason Rodriguez, also fragile, but we have a bunch of depth for him. Volpe, coming off a 5.9 WAR season. Edgar Kiro, DHing. Gavin Gravich, fragile as well. Didn't realize that, but that's why we have a bunch of depth. Okay, Doty, Bailey, Drew Jones, still playing a good center field, and Nasim Nunez still playing a great shortstop. And of course, Jack Perkins on the mound. We're in Seattle. And we take the lead in the first. Full pace singles and scores Spec. Nice. Perkins. Perkins dominating. Let's see, 1-1 count. Left side to Nunez. Dealer's choice. And they score. They tie the game up in the third on a Class A single. Okay. Let's see. Dodia, but we score again. 2-1. It was a walk that scored Kiro. Okay. I wanted to show you Perkins too. Look at his stuff. He got a big boost in TCR, but 2 years left. His stuff looks commanding. All right, 50 pitches for him through three, now through four. Probably get him through another inning. Yep, and then we'll get a lefty up. Lee. Yep, we'll bring him in. All right, they tie the game, unfortunately, with a single by Bryant. That's unfortunate, but and their top of the lineup is coming up, so we'll probably go Rogers and we'll go wrist action, nothing. Go Rogers and nothing. Another lefty in, don't have to make any moves. Let's go Cop. All right, nothing for us. Cop is up and he gets through it. We'll get Abel ready. Top of the ninth, 2 outs, Kuro up, nothing happening. And we'll have Abel go this inning, bottom of the ninth, and they score. So they walk it off. And opening day, Cappy was the hero, singling in the bottom of the ninth to win the Mariners their opening day, just like last year against us. So last year they swept us 3-0, and then they lost in the first round of the AL DS or the ALDS. So all right, we'll be back mid-season to see what's going on. All right, we're back, and it's July 11th, 2029. We are 44 and 45. We've had a little bit of a disappointing season. Unsurprisingly, it's our offense that's struggling. If we look at here, we see we're 15th in run score, pretty much the worst offensive team other than base running and batting war because of our base running. But we're also first in pitching. Um, I mean, we're second in runs against, but we're first in all the peripherals and defense as well. So it's a good problem to have. We are up against the budget a little bit going into the first year player draft. And that's mostly because we still have a high player development budget and scouting, which I don't really want to move. But we do have some salaries that we have, so it makes sense. But I do have some moves that we made off camera that I want to get into. Um, we did let's go to June, May. We had some injuries, of course. Jason Dominguez, Sam Navarro made the team out of spring training. May, nothing really happened. Brought up Noah Franco, who's been okay playing first base. He's 6'4", so it makes sense. Look at his ratings. It's nothing good defensively, but they still give him a 70 potential at first because of his height. He's been okay. You know, a decent base runner, can get it done. He's a good leader. 107 WRC plus, so doing what we're asked of him. Um, we also let's see, Jason Dominguez has been okay, a little fragile, been a little hurt. So yeah, he went on the IL for 5 weeks. But he's back on pace for 3 WAR, so what we asked of him, really. Let's go to June. We we had Hartman up for a little bit. He didn't hit well. He didn't pitch at all. He was kind of just like a first base DH guy for um, 12 games. Nothing much. We had some injuries, so we had to bring him up. Grehovich has been incredible this year, but he fractured his finger. He is fragile. Fractured his finger. Um, was out. He's been out for about a month, over a month. So he'll be back soon. But he has a 178 WRC plus. He was playing every day, first base, kind of outfield, mix and match. If we look at his fielding stats, first base most of the time, some in left. But yeah, he's been great. Can't wait to get him back. We sent Kiro to AAA because he was struggling so bad. He had a 58 WRC plus DHing every day, so he'll probably be up sooner or later. Um, but his morale is good right now. He's hitting in AAA, so he'll be a guy that comes up soon. Ahuna wasn't hitting at all. Sent him down. He might be done with us. We gave him enough. I think we gave him enough run. 100. I mean, we didn't give him enough run, but he had a 23 WRC plus and 143 play appearances in his career. So he just didn't really develop into what I thought he would. Um, we had Jet Williams. Caldwell's been up. He's been just not great, but kind of a platoon center field guy with Drew Jones. Still expect a little more out of him. AAA hit. Want to get his walk rate up a little higher, and I think he could be a serviceable, kind of like Trent Grisham, maybe in real life. Let's see. July, we signed Vogelbach to a minor league deal just because we needed some depth. And then we also made a trade. We traded Jet Williams, who we got from the Dodgers, who fractured his thumb just when he got to the Padres. But we traded him along with David Leal, who's a good 32-year-old pitcher. Didn't really want to give him up, but we just don't really use him. We don't really need pitchers right now. We have a bunch of starters, and he was a little mad in AAA, but he'll get us a good spot to pitch in the bullpen. And we traded for Danny Hoffman. Um, this is a guy I was eyeing for a while. He doesn't have the best. I think he had low work ethic before he got here. My scout had him as low work ethic. Now I ran a scouting report on him, and it said no low work ethic. So I'm happy about that. He's come to Oakland in 7 plate appearances, 126 WRC plus. He's a righty, great speed. I think he was their fourth overall pick in 2026. So happy to get him. They wanted to part ways with him. He was a little angry with them. So looking forward to that. Uh, let's see. He's gonna play against lefties every day, or every time he played lefty. And we traded back for Jared Dickey because we realized we needed a lefty bat, and they were just giving him up. So he hasn't been good with us, but he's not making much. Potters are eating 40% of his deal. So that's that. We got him back. Kind of funny. But and also another reunion we just traded Frank Aquino, nothing, 22-year-old, Bradley Gagan, who was sitting on our 40 man doing nothing, to the Brewers, and we got back Max Muncy, where the Brewers are eating 55% of his deal. They just wanted to give him up. We're gonna have him play third base a little bit, have Doty kind of come off the bench, and he's raked for us so far, so that's exciting. He's a free agent after next year, so we can decide what we want to do with them. But kind of some reunions going on. Think people we know coming back. Option Jacob Reimer down to AAA because he was struggling with us. 79 WRC plus. He's mad, but you got to hit. You got to hit. All right, we'll go to July. No, that is July. Okay, so now we're at the first year player draft, but we'll look at the team real quick. Um, we have Nunez not hitting well, but what we want, but he has 11.5 zone rating. That's perfect. Still a good base runner, leading our team in WAR along with Jason Dominguez, who's been a good base runner himself and good in the outfield and some first base. He hasn't played first base, but I thought I did. I guess not. Maybe in the spring training I had him play first base to get his ratings up, just in case. Volpe's been okay, league average hitter, good base runner. Struggled a little defensively, but I think that'll kind of go up as the season goes on. He has good ratings over there. Um, Spec has been great. He's playing against all the righties. He is fragile. I hate seeing all the fragile guys on the team, but with the A's, they're not. We have a bunch of depth, so we're gonna try to squeeze out as much potential as we can out of them before we let them go, before they get wrecked. He's on pace for 3 WAR, 25 home runs. Really wish he wasn't fragile because he seems like a franchise piece, but we'll see what happens with him. Sam Navarro has been amazing on defense. 9 framing runs. He's playing every second day. Not the best hitter, but that is what you get out of him. Muncy back. Doty has been not that great. He'll be a bench guy, probably hitting against lefties. He's a little unhappy. But what can you do? Might try to trade him before because he is a free agent after this year. We'll see what the market is like for him. Feltner, not that great, league average. Franco's been fine. Dickey, Hoffman, Pereira has been a real disappointment. 59 WRC plus. Might look to trade him too, but it's just rough. Drew Jones hitting poorly, but defense and base running still there. He's been worth nothing, unfortunately. Worse than nothing. And Bailey as well. He's struggled. His framing's still okay, but his hitting has just been so poor that I mean I expect to get it back up to maybe 50, and he'll probably be worth, he'll be replaceable, I think, by the end of the year. Replacement level. Pitching, our starting rotation is lights out pretty much. We've had some bad starts, but we're good in general. Angel Macaria, I think that's how you pronounce it, Macaria. 3.1 WAR, 2.4 FIP. It's been incredible. Look at these ratings. Just love it. Jack Perkins has been himself, pretty much leading the league in ERA almost. Again, 2.2 ERA. FIP is higher, per usual with him. Peripherals worse than what his run prevention is. Jung Ho Lee has been great again, 1.87 FIP. Rogers been incredible again. Re-signed him to a 1-year deal. Um, Love it. Jaden Hill has been good for us. He threw a complete game shutout in his first game, nine on 77 pitches. Let's see if we can look at this. I don't think we can. Where game log right here. Yeah, look at this right here. 9 innings. This is spring training. 9 innings. 1 run. 77 pitches. Incredible. Incredible. Love it. So complete game. 77 pitches, 1 run allowed. Um, McAble's been good in the closer role, 1.2. He's still happy, even though he wants to be a starter. Ekstrom has been okay, kind of league average. His strikeout rate really scares me with these ratings, but I have faith in him. He'll figure it out. We have him locked up for a little bit, so his ratings are just too good to pass over. Noble Myers had a couple of bad outings like a month ago, knocked his FIP up to 4.3, but still like him. He'll figure it out. These ratings are just too good to throw away. And same with Matt Rowe. He struggled a little bit recently, but also ratings wise, he's still up there. I think he could still start. If he can't start anymore after this year, we can just throw him in the bullpen. Maybe start Abel or something. And Jane Hill, of course. Uh, Tamarez has been good this year. Kind of a mop-up guy, but he's gotten some high leverage situations. It's been good. His FIP was kind of hovering around 2.5 for a while, and then had a bad 3 runs on this outing. Kind of bumped it up, gave up a home run. Cop has been a good lefty guy for us. Again, kind of mop up. These guys are all mop ups. These three, so they're if they keep their FIP in the mid threes, that's perfectly fine. And then Baumeister struggled a little bit, but still have faith in him. He struggled to start the year and then kind of bounced back. So we have our bullpen set. Quick look at the finances. Our attendance is up a little bit. Season tickets up a little bit, even though we're not at 500. We're in the wild card hunt. We are 3 out, but we just made those trades, and we'll see what happens. We did DFA Chase Davis. He did not go claim. No one wanted him in the trade market. So, and a quick developing story on our prospects. Jesus Pulido, a scouting discovery in 2023, is the number 4 ranked prospect. He has a low work ethic, but look at these. Look at this hit profile. He can play corner outfield, some center. Just incredible. He's up at AAA. Um, Not doing too much yet, but if his power can get to 75, that he might be a guy for a couple of years. Jeez, Jonathan Berger, our 4th round pick in 2027, doing well in Double A. We're probably gonna call him up to AAA here. He's ready to play in the majors. Um, don't blame him. Jesus Avello's scouting discovery this year. Thank you, Scout. He looks like a real good guy. He's 17 in the Dominican Republic. So waiting on him. He is the 49th best prospect. And then our 1st round pick from 2028. Very unhappy with the team record. What is their team record? 20, whatever. Um, he is in A ball and he's pitching pretty well. Might call him up to Double A. His ratings are interesting. He has, 5 pitches, so I think he'll be good. Let's call him up to AA. He he's good, 80 pitches, all good there. And then BJ Becker, our second round pick in 2027, can also hit. He's hitting okay, DHing pretty much, and pitching wise, pretty good, 84 fit minus. So he's looking like a guy. And then a Beta, got some boost to his miles per hour over the top pitcher, but he's struggling a little bit in A ball. Gonna keep him there. Jorge Patino, international signing this last year. Tony Blanco trade with the Minnesota Twins. He's in AA, raking 18 walk percentage, but 32 strikeout. Definitely a true outcome guy. And then Jeff Proctor, not ranked in the top 100, but I could see him getting there. He's in he's in rookie ball right now. Um, Waiting on him with the trade with for Brian Ramos, and then Juan Asensio. Need to get him an A ball, I think. Let's do that right now. Get him to low A. Have him play every day. Yeah, because his ratings are a little low, but his defense and base running can get it done, and he could develop a little bit of A ball. Yeah, and so we're ranked fifth out of 30 in prospects, and let's get started with the first year player draft. I do have a short list going. Let's see. We have 53 players on it. It does look like kind of a weak draft, more like pitcher heavy. Um, you look at the mock draft. They have Mike Holstein going number one. Not the best hit rating. Can't field, can't base run. So if they take him, sure, he wants 11 million. Not sure this bat profile will pan out. Has 25 eye discipline right now as a high schooler. Kevin Stillwell, guy I like. If he drops to me, he won't. We're picking 26. So Juan Borrego, high school. Uh, Actually went to a rival high school of mine, Franklin. Um, Steve Anthony, 6.5 mil. I mean, it just doesn't seem like the best. There's like a lot of high school pitchers in this draft. Like you look at the high top power hitter, nothing else, just power and could develop into something. Bethier, college guy, low avoid Ks, weird hit profile, but could work out. Could play third base, probably more outfield or um, first base. I have Jeff Newkirk on the short list, 17-year-old. We might just go heavy in high school this draft, just because of how, just because of what's going on with, let me see, batting potential. So yeah, like Mike Snow is a college guy. He looks like if he drops to us, we'll take him. 9 million in demand, but we do need some. We do need we need to make room, I guess, what I'm saying in the budget. We do have some trades to make. Milligan wants 2.2, high work ethic, pretty good high school bet right here. So if these guys drop to me, we'll see what we do. High school guy wants 9.5 mil. See Steve Anthony. Just the demands are a little high, but I don't even know if they get to me. Joe Casella, 18-year-old, weird hip profile, good base runner, but wants doesn't want much. And bet the 11 mil. Probably not going to get him. Garza, looks like an all bat guy. Doesn't want much. Bob Graves, let's see. Just college guy who's already developed pretty much. Probably a late round pick. Um, Joe Nasser, high school, doesn't want much. Pretty good hit profile. Can maybe play left field, kind of like Jared Dickey. Um, Chris Kaufman. This is a great hit tool right here, and he's durable. High school. Uh, Good base runner. Already developed a little bit in the hit. Um, Contact gap, power. But it looks like he's going to be a first baseman or some outfield. Could maybe hide him at second, but I don't think he's able to play second. That's okay. Whip pedal, great base runner. Was looking at outfield range and infield range and just adding these guys for maybe later rounds. Frank Soto, same thing, outfield range a little bit, high work ethic, decent hit tool. So if we get some of these guys, I mean, I'm expecting again maybe 15 of them. I mean, if we get 15, that's great, but I doubt we do. So we'll see. Steve Trammell looks like a pretty promising high school bat. Can play some center. Maybe the range helps him in the minors. Um, I'm a big believer if the range is high, you can get away with putting him in center because the zone rating will be good. He'll just make a little more he'll make some more mistakes if his error is down, and if his arm is down, he just won't have many assists, but he could still track down fly balls. This guy Chris Berlin, outfield error is high, but his range is a little lower, so he can't play center that well, but he'll be really good in the corner outfield. So let's get to it. Let's see what goes on. We'll get back to it. See if anyone's taken. Yeah, so Bethier went number one. Can't blame them. Um, the Dodgers got the first pick. They took him. Pirates take Mike Holstein. He was projected to go number one. Um, three, the Astros take No Cardenas. Good bat profile, just no defense or base running. Mike Snow. Darn. Fourth overall. I would have gone with him, but it's okay. Kevin Stillwell goes. Probably my number one on the board, to be honest. Just the great infield range, good hit tool. Surprised he didn't go number one. I would have taken number one. Ben Gardner, Sam Simpson, and then first high school pitcher off the board, high work ethic, really good stuff. Controls low, but he's already developed in like a lot of pitches, which is interesting. He's only 18, so that's a good pick. That's a very good pick. I might have went that way. Jorge Navidad went, was on my list. There we go, Miami, Chris Garnett. Josh Moyer was a high school pitcher, probably the best high school pitcher, but low work ethic, so I don't mind not getting him. But he had the best stuff. Steve Anthony, high school guy, might have went with him. That's okay. There's gonna be plenty of guys that we need. Juan Paredes, another guy on our list, all hit, nothing else. Alhambri was a fragile, but already developed sort of as an 18-year-old, like halfway. So he'll be interesting, but the fragile tag shied me away from shortlisting him. Joe Nasser, all hit, could play some corner outfield. He was a guy I probably would have looked at too. Um, Ken Fisher, high school pitcher, college pitcher. Not the best ratings, but good movement. Probably would be a good, ground baller, not give up many home runs, durable. It's a good pick. Kind of a low risk pick. Joey Barajas wanted 12 mil. I remember I didn't put him on my short list because he wanted 12 mil as a high school pitcher. So decent pick if you can pay for it. Luis Garza went. Take him off. Gilligan, really good high school pitcher. Would have looked at him for sure. Developed a little bit in his pitches. Good pick there. High stamina. So good for them. Zamora, Eddie Zamora, college pitcher. High work ethic. Good pick. Low risk. Probably going to be in the majors next year. Bobby Taylor, another college pitcher. All the college pitchers getting taken. That's the route I usually go. We've got Matt Rowe and Noble Meyer and Ekstrom. I know Ekstrom was a high school pitcher. I took in like 2023, but still, Eric Hamlin, college guy. All right, so all my top picks are going to be gone. So we'll see what we do. Kurt Cooley, Bobby Underwood went. This is this isn't great, and now we're here. We'll see what our scout wants us. Nate Alexander, no, not really looking at that. Len Sherritt's high school doesn't have a changeup. Most likely not going to take him. Jeff Newkirk, high schooler. Um, Mike Derrick. Everyone's pretty much gone. Joel Miller. Let's look at our short list. Is shortlisted. There we go. Chris Kaufman still here. I do like him. High school. Bat Stone. Probably not for the first round. Doesn't really have a position. No outfield either. Milligan is 2.2. He could be a guy, high school bat. Tough one. All my first picks were taken. Milligan looks promising. I'm not really developed in the power or anything yet, other than contact a little bit. But let's look at pitchers. Chris Adler still here, college pitcher. Chris Anderson still here, high movement, high work ethic, high school pitcher. Looks decent. Anyan Wu, high work ethic, college pitcher. Not really developed yet, but could be a good guy. Allward, high school pitcher again. Do we go high school pitcher? I mean, this guy looked really interesting too. The high movement, but that'll get probably bumped down like right here, probably a 70, 65. So probably not worth it in the first round. Botkin, no, not for now. Not for the first round. Calderon, Siborowski, high school pitcher. Man, it's tough. Sherritt's, Mike Cochran. Chris Adler looks like the safest pick. He does have over the top. He might get a boost in miles per hour that might get his stuff up to like 60. He does have a fastball, curveball, splitter. Uh, Chris Anderson High School. Let's look at these guys. Ricky Williamson, high work ethic. Josh Foster's probably a late round pick. He's already developed, which is cool. Low movement, going to give up a lot of home runs. Going to walk the world with his low control. Luis Rico, high school. Chris Maloney, high school pitcher. Looks pretty good. Andy Linden, he might be the guy. His changeup might not develop, but his first pitch is a curveball. He has a cutter, splitter, maybe a changeup. He's interesting. High stamina. Okay, let's. He's on our short list right now with the first guy, probably Adler. Let's look at everyone else real quick. Hurley, high school pitcher. Mike Ferry, high school pitcher. These guys are all there in the next couple rounds. We'll take him. This guy, college pitcher, doesn't have his curveball developed, doesn't have a changeup, so probably not going to take him until later rounds. Maybe he develops. He's over the top. Maybe he gets some miles per hour. Maybe he develops a changeup. Who knows? But not for the first round with that pitch selection. Cross doesn't have a changeup yet, really. High school pitcher, Mike Cochran. No, so I'm kind of going between, let's see, Adler, Milligan, and the other college pitcher. Who was it? Linden. He wants slot, and Adler wants 1.7. So Adler's the cheapest. Then we can go after some high school guys if we get him. But also, I do like this high school bat, Milligan. Good work ethic leader. Only wants 2.2. I think we go with Milligan because he can play corner outfield. His range is good enough. He's kind of developed a little bit. Let's go Milligan and we'll see who's there um, when we pick next. So pitchers, Chris Anderson, and they both got taken. All right, so that's how the cookie crumbles. Just part of the process. Who is our scout wants to take? Nate Alexander again? No, not doing that. Chance Allward. Yeah, he looks good. High school pitcher. Do we want to go first round? Newkirk is still here. High school bat. Casella. Bobby Graves is still here. High work ethic, but he's going to be a later round guy. Uh, let's see. Beta, who could play catcher later on. Take him later. I think we're going to go pitcher. We want to go college pitcher. Ricky Williamson. He looks like a chance we could take. Over the top, might get some miles per hour to it. Low stamina though, so no. Allward, yeah, I mean he looks good. Good high school pitcher. We definitely want to go high school at some point because we're going college pitchers too much and they need to get up faster, but I don't really complain about that. You can just use them as trade chips if needed. Josh Hurley, leader over the top. He might be the guy. Good stamina, leader, financial ambition, control, has some work to do. Movement isn't great. Allward, same thing, but he has a little better stuff. Let's go with Allward. All right, did that. Now we still have some guys left. See who's still here. Casilla. Probably not going to do it for us. Newkirk is still here. Do we just go Newkirk? He does have high power, can play corner outfield. Let's do it. He's on our short list for a reason. Doesn't want much. All right, what else? Recommended pitcher, Josh Porter. Yeah, low stamina though. Berlin, hitter, Graves, Omora, Frank Soto, decent, high work ethic, gap power. Look at this personality. He's impossible though. I'm not gonna do that. Don't have the money for that, buddy. Avoid K's. Frank Soto's up there on pretty much everything. Let's look at pitchers real quick. We still have Calderin, college pitcher. Doesn't want much. Low stamina though. High school, Zaborski, Cochran. Um, take them later. I think we're gonna go Frank Soto. That's our pick. All right. And Julio Mendez in the fifth round. Mike Bullard, hitter. Nah, nothing there. We still have Calderon, Ricky Williamson. I think we go Ricky Williamson because of low stamina. Who knows? Who knows if he builds that up? But college pitcher could start in A ball. Doesn't want much. There we go. Still have five guys on our list, six guys on our list. Could just go college pitcher. I like this guy, Pedal, because of his range and his base running. Bob Graves still here. Casella, Berlin. Okay, so I say we just take all the guys that we have here. Like work ethic. Let's go Cochran first. All right, Pedal's still here. We'll go with him. And then we'll go with Graves. All right. Just taking all of our guys. Berlin. Nice. And we're done with our short list. So we got 10 players from our short list. We'll take that. We'll take that. Now, who do they want us to take? Cooley. Not much. Stern. Low work ethic. Kruger. This guy, no. Okay, I think we're going to go hitters. Power potential. Ks. Nothing here. High work ethic here. It's a tough one. Fielding ratings. Jamie Dixon. We could just go fielding. Just go. Oh, he's unknown. I mean, impossible. Unfortunate. This guy too. Good outfield range. By infield range. 70. We could just take him. See if he develops. 'Cause he could play short. Not the best arm, so I guess not. This guy, Greg Lividice. Hmm. Chris Morrison. Infield arms incredible. Can't really play short though. All right. I think we're just gonna go. Let's just go catcher ability. 18-year-old. Not much. Not much left, guys. Not much left. Crudge. High work ethic, 21. Fully. I mean, we could just go high school pitcher. There. We're just gonna go with our scout, I think. There's really nothing more we can do. All batters, Kevin Stern. Screw it. Stern again. Nope. Someone just take this guy so they keep so I keep getting the recommendation. We could just take him. Sure, we'll just take Greg Lividas. See if he develops into anything, get some TCR. Delano. Oh, what the? Jeez. I mean, sure, now we'll kick Seven Stern. Whatever. Filler. All right, 17-year-old. Sure, why not? All right, we're just gonna complete the draft. All right, so we are done with the first year player draft. We'll offer him the money. We're gonna be well under slot. Milligan ended up wanting the slot, which is fine. Um, so we're gonna be under our budget, which is great. Nobody in the 10th to 11th rounds want anything. That's cool with me. We are now at 1 million. We spent 10 million in the draft. That makes sense. But we're probably going to look at some salaries to bump off, maybe. I don't know. Hmm. I don't know if we need it though. All we're doing now is the trade deadline, so any trade we have to make probably include Doty or something. Let's see what we can get for him real quick, just to see. See if we can get a prospect. I doubt it. Oh, we can. I don't think we want to go for prospects though. Well, this is a decent. Uh, Alone. Interesting guys. Everyone likes Doty, I guess. He's just not performing at the level he should be. Hmm. Okay, well, I'll look around offline and see what goes on. But we're one game under 500. We're gonna start the second half. We'll probably be back at the trade deadline next episode. Yeah, and I'll see you next time.